Hey everybody, Austin Parkinson here. Well, just like Frank and Creepy, this movie I saw on Kiss Cartoon, Kim Cartoon, whichever one, and it's kinda really dumb. So is its sequel. So crossovers have been a thing for like years. In fact, one of the little mini-series for Scooby-Doo was the Lap Olympics, which was kind of like the Olympics but with Hanna-Barbera characters. So, but this time it's WWE, which granted is cool considering how many of them mostly grew up watching Scooby-Doo probably. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of like a little... what did I classify this as? Okay, it is a review. So, yeah, let's get this over with. So Shaggy and Scooby are the big fans of WWE, which I would not have picked up on. But, okay, so... Shaggy and Scooby are playing a wrestling game. Shaggy is playing as John Cena, and Scooby is playing as Sin Cara. And Scooby wins. Scooby does the whole victory dance thing and wins, and he wins a contest, and he and the gang get to go to WWE City for WrestleMania. However, they don't really want to go because Fred is focusing on his new camera. Velma wants to study, and it's not something they're generously interested in. But Daphne's kind of being a prick by just going, no. And while Scooby-Doo and Shaggy pull out literally dozens of photos of them being live bait after the gang has told them to, and since this is the first time they've technically asked for anything, kind of, even though it's not, but okay. So, Fred and Velma, I mean, sorry, they, like, go, okay, fine. Daphne, like, had to be the one to be convinced, because she's the leader. And she actually does a spit take when Fred says, okay, you guys win. So yeah, Daphne's kind of being a shallow jerk. So, anyway, they get on the road. They cut away to The Miz, who's going on a midnight jog. He gets attacked by a ghost bear. He gets mauled. Basically, he's only there to be comic relief and be in a somewhat full body, upper body cast. Which is kind of sad because The Miz has, in my opinion, the best theme song out of all the WWE wrestlers. No offense, no offense. You all have good themes. I just happen to like The Miz's the most. So, anyway, they drive, and Velma and Daphne comment on how there was so much food that Shaggy and Scooby packed that they can't see the luggage. Shaggy says, like, what luggage? Which causes them to say, you didn't pack the luggage. Of all the food-endorsed crazy things you guys have done, this absolutely takes the cake. And they do that whole, cake gag. Then Daphne says that she's serious, which Shaggy replies with this, and it still makes me laugh because it's Shaggy being genre savvy, and that's always pretty funny to me. Like, what's the big deal? We all wear the exact same outfits every day anyway. And Fred even goes, he's got a point. So they drive to WWE City. They meet around. They get stopped on the way because they almost run into a raccoon. The van gets caught in a ditch, and John Cena just happens to come along by, and he picks the mystery machine out of the ditch, which of course causes Daphne to fangirl over how buff he is, and creepily causes Shaggy and Scooby to fantasize about being as buff as him. Okay, so yeah, but the raccoon steals a box of Scooby snacks. Scooby chases after him, gets lost in the woods, gets found by this guy who doesn't like WWE City or trespassers on his land, so they go back. They drive to WWE City. Sorry I'm talking so fast, I just really want to get this review out of the way before I get interrupted. They go around, they come across the scale bear, and then after that they like go back to bed, and it turns out that the championship belt is missing, and apparently it's seen as Scooby stole it. Just wait. So Scooby is getting arrested, but since it was Shaggy's game, he's apparently being charged as an accomplice. So, and apparently, and I don't know if this is for the real WWE City too, but apparently the law states that if someone is accused of a crime, they have the opportunity to fight in the ring for their innocence. Which does make sense, but that's also pretty bad. I mean, what if someone commits a serious crime there and all they have to do is fight in the ring? Now that you... Anyway, sorry, the implications. So they have to fight Kane, also known as the Big Red Monster. So Cookie, one of the... I don't know if he's real, but he's like the training manager for the WWE wrestlers. And he gets... I believe her name is AJ Lee or something. But he gets her to help, and after a montage of Shaggy and Scooby trying and messing up in hilarious ways, yeah, so they notice that AJ is a lot tougher than she looks, so when it's time to go look for clues, they are happily jumping on board, which is kind of funny, considering how they're happy to go towards danger, instead of it being like a cop-out reason for why, like in Frank and Creepy. So, yeah, so they go, the country guy sees them back on his land, since the Scale Bear's cave is on his land. So he shoots rocks and tries to kill them with a rock slide. But John Cena comes to the rescue and saves the day. So they go into the cave. They see the bones of the original bear. I should probably mention, apparently back in the days of Sin Cara's grandfather, during the circus, there was a bear, and he was vicious. He got on the loose. Sin Cara's grandfather, or great-grandfather, I forget which, stopped him, and the bear escaped and ran into the woods. So, yeah. So, sorry, this movie is so dumb, my mind has tried to erase it from my memory. So the Scale Bear comes after they find out that WrestleMania, the day WrestleMania is going to be on, is circled, and there's a book on hypnosis, which would prove that Scooby was hypnotized by some programming that was in the game, because the same moves Scooby used for the dance sequence in the game at the beginning of the movie had a post-hypnotic trance signal in it, I guess. So it had Scooby use the dance moves to steal the belt, I guess. I don't know. So after that, the bear attacks. They all wind up getting away after the chase scene after John Cena is knocked out. So they get back and they start setting up a plan. So Shaggy and Scooby are fighting Kang, and then with the wrestling names being Skinny Man and Dead Meat, pretty obvious to see who gets what name. And while the bear cuts the power, the gang has like green flares which look really cool, but to light the way so no one gets hurt in the dark. And so they, oh my god, so they so the bear gets in the ring, and before it could be I should probably, so the bear used an EMP on a fake belt, and the gang launched it out, but Scooby got in the way accidentally, and that's how the generator got knocked out. So that's why the flares were activated. But just as the bear is into the ring, Ruben, Cookie's nephew, who I don't know is a real thing, he gets in the ring with a bear, and John Cena and Sin Cara also hop into the ring. And while Shaggy is literally tied up in the ropes of the ring, everyone else is fighting the bear who knocked out Kang, but Kang is still in the ring. So Scooby uses the dance moves from the game, and while to help fight, but when the bear is preoccupied with fighting John Cena and Sin Cara, Scooby wakes up Kang by splashing water on his face, which, one, I don't know where he got the water. Two, I should probably mention that at this point the lights had kind of faded, but the lights got back on. You know what? Forget the lights. So they're all pinning the monster down, you know, except for Shaggy, who's still tied up. But Scooby hops off the top rope, does a somersault in midair, and then body slams it, and they take off the mask on national TV, and it shows that the monster is Cookie, who wanted revenge because of an injury that put him out of going for the championship belt, and he used the hypnotic trance to frame Scooby, and he had already switched the belt before Scooby stole it, so he lied when he identified the belt, and it turns out he was wearing the real one the entire time. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know if this Cookie character is real, so I don't know if he is real. I don't know how he reacted to finding out that he was the villain. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically Scooby-Doo WWE WrestleMania mystery. And while the design of the scale bear does look cool, because it has the whole bear skull and rib bones on the outside, and brown bear with like glowing yellow irises and like red flame highlights on his fur, it does look cool. But it's just so weird. However, even though it does have its moments, like the dream sequence when Scooby runs into the scale bear for the first time, he's having a video game dream about fighting anthropomorphic food. But yeah. And apparently masked luchador is a language, and John Cena apparently speaks it. because masked wrestlers don't talk, even though they can. Well, I don't know that much about wrestling, so I don't know if Sin Cara is actually mute or if he can only speak in Spanish. I don't know, but I just find it weird that if he can talk, why is he using wrestling moves, and why is that being called masked luchador instead of wrestlese or something? I don't know. I'm just reeling now, but this movie, it's strange, yeah, sure. But it is nowhere as strange as the sequel. And I will talk about that next time. I'm Austin Parkinson. See you guys next time. I've got to get a better outro. Later.